How the hell y'all doing? Shane here with KNAC, back at it again for another show review, and this time I was very fortunate enough to catch Black Dahlia Murder at the House of Blues in Anaheim on the 24th of April. And fun fact about this show, Black Dahlia Murder was the first ever show I got a press pass for in 2023. It's kind of cool that I can compare my shots from back then to now. I think I've gotten a little bit better. This was their Spring Fling tour, and they brought some heavy hitters with them. To kick the show off, they had this band Corpse Pile. Hailing from Texas. I've always enjoy checking out newer bands, and they haven't been around for very long. It seems like they've only been around and active since 2019 from what I can see, and honestly I would have thought they've been around a lot longer. For getting on a regional tour like this, only being 7 years into being a band proves they're on the right track. Their set was short, but it gave me all I needed. Now that I can go check them out more. I mean, they had the heavy riffs, killer vocals, the frontman, Jason, he did a great job of keeping the energy up while running around on stage. The other members did their thing too, moving around. They weren't static. It was great. I enjoy when a band can keep my attention like that. So be sure to check out Corpse Pile when you can live. They're definitely worth it. After the brutal beatdown from Corpse Pile, another band that I've never heard of either came out called Disembodied Tyrant.
Thank you so much.
And hell, I'm 2 for 2 on kick-ass bands I never heard of, and I'm missing out on, clearly. They haven't been around too long either, from what I can tell. They've only been around since about 2020. And again, they're killing it. I can't say it enough. To be on a tour like this, that early on in their career, that's awesome. I'd say they're like a kind of like a deathcore band, but they definitely got a lot of breakdowns, heavy riffs. They have a lot of cool intro tracks and samples. The singer was running around with the mic, and then I guess he plays guitar too because he busted out and started getting down on that. It was cool. Definitely another band that kept my attention. I'll definitely be checking them out a little bit more. Let me know if you guys like them. That was my first time seeing them and hearing them. But they kept the energy going, and they're definitely worth checking out. However, those bands were just a warm-up for what came next. And that was the hardcore deathcore masters, ACACIA STRAIN. I've seen them about maybe 4 times now. I forget. The craziest set I ever seen from them was at Milwaukee Metal Fest in the smallest stage room. That was insane. You're talking constant crowd surfing, floor that didn't stop moving. I was getting pushed into a wall in this cramped room, and hell, even Jamie Josta came out and did a song with them. It was nuts. But this show wasn't any different. The frontman Vincent commanded that room from the start and demanded participation. It was non-stop, crowd surfing, a huge ass pit. I don't know where they all got all these glow sticks from, but all of a sudden they were being thrown around everywhere. And then Vincent started dousing people with water. It's a very fun set. It's a band that it's very heavy, but they also don't take themselves too seriously. It's just a fun time. It was like right underneath him when he started exploding water bottles on people, and I got like a spray of water go over me, but luckily nothing got on my camera. ACACIA STRAIN, they played a lot off their latest album, You Are Safe From God Here, which is a banger of an album, came out last October, I believe. Definitely check that out, but they also had some deep cuts in there too, like they closed out with Car Bomb, if I remember. But it's always a great time watching them. That's a band that commands your attention. They demand it, actually. So please go check out ACACIA STRAIN whenever you get a chance. It is a priority. You have to. Now for the band that we all came here to see, which was the almighty Black Dahlia Murder, that kept that energy going and then some. I also forget how long they've been around too, close to like 25 years now. I mean, their first full length came out in like 2003 on Hollowed, which they played a few songs off of when it kicked ass. I mean, yeah, that album's like 23 years old now. This was another band I used to listen to a lot back in high school, especially when Nocturnal came out. And speaking of Nocturnal, they play like 5 songs off that album. That ripped. They hit the classics like, What a Horrible Night to Have a Curse and Everything Went Black. But then, they kept it going. That whole album is simply phenomenal to me. I think Brian is still carrying on the legacy of Trevor. People didn't think they were still going to keep going, but I feel like they're doing him fine, doing his memory fine. It's great. He's still funny. He can keep the crowd going too. His vocals were great. It's just a fun show from beginning to end. They also played a lot off their new album, Servitude, which came out in 2024. But I dug that album too. Black Dahlia is always a great time live, and I hope you guys can catch them when you can, as you should. I definitely couldn't recommend this tour enough. Except one thing, my pet peeve about this show. So tour merch, they had these Spring Fling t-shirts, like with the tour and the bands on it. There was no year on that shirt. I saw that, and I called somebody out walking out to the car. I was like, dude, there's no year on your shirt. Are you ever going to remember when this was? That dude started laughing, but I'm like, it's a big pet peeve of mine. When you cannot see the year on your shirt, I would forget when that tour was. Either way, small pet peeve. It's frustrating. Now, I hope you all had a good time checking out this review, and please be sure to stay up to date on all things heavy right here on the channel and on knac.com. Cheers, everyone.